This is Maniac, and you are tuned into the Queens Bros Podcast.
Get out of here, you little Barbie doll! Get the fuck out of here! Who the fuck is this guy, Jessie Winker?
Terry? Show some fucking emotion, you old ass, silly ass man!
Feels good to take this shit off! Fuck the mess!
What's up, bro? How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, man. I'm looking forward to the season. I can't wait for baseball to start, man. April or March can't come soon enough, honestly.
Yo, this is a good time to be a Met fan, bro.
It is. I don't know if you saw my video today, but I was like literally saying like everyone used to call us the little baby brother Mets. Oh, this, that. It looks to me the Yankees are like the little baby brothers now. We're the big brothers.
Yeah. And Yankee fans won't want to hear that. I tell them that all the time now. After we got Soto, to be honest, I'd be ragging on them.
Yeah.
I still think we need to win a ship before we can label ourselves that, in all honesty.
That's fair. Yeah.
In all honesty, I keep telling them that. I don't give a fuck. I just release it all. I do not care. Because after signing Soto, the Mets have never done that before. We've never signed a big free agent like that, a generational type player from the Yankees, took them away from them, went into a bidding war. And, this Steve Cohen era, it's begun before this, obviously, but this, takes the cake now,
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I feel like we were hearing rumors kind of like the whole offseason, the Mets are interested in Soto. He might consider the Mets. And I feel like from the start, Soto was always considering coming to the Mets. You know what I mean? I feel like it was never, something that just kind of happened out of nowhere. I think he's been thinking about it for a while, and I think he just, when he was a free agent, he decided to sign here. So, yeah, I'm fucking hyped though. I mean, can't be. You're right. It can't be a better day to be a Mets fan now.
You saw Aaron Judge. They talked to Aaron Judge.
Yeah, I know that they were. I remember when it initially happened, they were asking Aaron Judge a lot of questions about what his relationship was with Aaron, with Juan Soto, and if he still kept in contact with him and stuff. But I mean, yeah, I don't know. He seems like he's a little bit salty though.
Yeah, but today they talked with Aaron Judge. Yeah.
Oh, did they? No, I didn't see that. No.
Yeah, they talked with Judge, and Judge was like, I don't know, some reporter, I don't know if this guy was trying to troll. It sounds like a question I would have asked them, to be honest, because I be trolling all the time. It sounds like a question I would have asked, and the guy was like, do you feel like Soto went to the Mets so he could be on a winning ball team? Bro, the Yankees just went to the World Series.
Yeah.
I was dying. So then Judge is like, I mean, I don't necessarily, if that's true, I 100% don't agree with it. But then the last thing Judge said was, to be honest, I felt like that's where he wanted to be. That's why did he feel that way?
Yeah.
What?
Again,
I mean,
I think there was a wide perception that Juan Soto was going to sign with the Mets. And I think even guys in the Yankees clubhouse kind of figured that out. It seems like, I mean, even if Aaron Judge is saying that, I don't even think I saw that interview. But I mean, if he's saying that in a presser, then I think that, I mean, it's clear that Juan Soto, it didn't happen out of nowhere. It was before. I mean, obviously, I think the Mets run the playoffs definitely kind of solidified their chances at getting Juan Soto. But I mean, I think he always wanted to be a Met, I think. And he also, let's not forget, this guy was also the best player in the NL East not too long ago. He knows the division very well. I think he'll be great. And I mean, there isn't a guy that isn't more familiar with the NL East than Juan Soto. He won a World Series with the Nationals not too long ago. So yeah, I still can't believe he's a Met, honestly.
Yeah, so I deal with Yankee fans on a daily basis, and these guys will be telling me Soto only had the year he had last year because he had Judge in front of him or some bullshit.
Come on.
I'm like, bro, Soto's been hitting his entire career. He's played with the Yankees for one season.
I know.
These people are acting like Soto's been on the Yankees, his whole career. Dude's been on the Yankees 1 year.
That's just how the Yankee fans are, though. They think that, oh my God, Juan Soto put on the pinstripes. He's the best player of all time now, just because he put on the pinstripes. No one gives a fuck about the Yankees anymore, man. Let's be real here. Let's be real here. No one cares about, the Yankees are not what they used to be. The Mets, first of all, the Mets are obviously way more of a popular, cooler brand now. I'm not saying to the Yankees, but I'm saying comparatively to the Yankees, they're, you can't just be like, oh, LOL Mets. The Mets just signed your best player. I don't want to hear it.
No, 100%. No, it's crazy. And yeah, like you said, these days it seems like the Mets are the bigger catch. Steve Cohen, I love this dude, bro.
Yeah, man.
Ever since we got Steve, it just feels like the vibe around us has changed. Anytime during the Wilpons, in all honesty, it kind of felt even I know that I don't even, to be honest, I don't even think you were born yet. In what is it called? Like the mid 2000s, because we were really good in '06.
Yeah.
That was like one of my favorite years as a Met fan.
'06, yeah.
Yo, we were so good in '06, bro. But even being that good around that time span, which only lasted like 2 seasons, by the way, and one of them we were really good in, but we collapsed. Even then, it just felt like, players didn't really want to come to us unless, we gave the big dollar. These days, it just feels like people want to play here. You know what I mean?
Right. Absolutely. And I think that's, from the start, I think that's something that Steve Cohen wanted to change. I think he wanted to change, like, the general perception of the Mets. He wanted to, like, because Steve Cohen, obviously, you can't really compare him to the Wilpons because the Wilpons operated the fucking Mets like it was like a local Subway fucking sandwich shop. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, I mean, like, you can't even compare Steve Cohen to the Wilpons because the Wilpons, they operated the Mets like it was Moneyball. Like, you know what I mean? It's a New York market spending money like this is fucking 99-cent store. I didn't understand. So,
once we got hit with the Madoff thing, then we were fucked. That was like it. The Madoff thing, the Madoff thing ruined everything. We were done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Once that Madoff thing hit, the Wilpons weren't paying somebody $5, bro. No, millions. It was over.
Yeah, definitely.
For years after that Madoff thing, we didn't do shit. We did nothing. And then we obviously come into 2015, and luckily we drafted very well. So we had that top-notch pitching staff that we had, even though our bullpen was still, I don't know how we made the World Series with that bullpen. In all honesty, that bullpen scared the shit out of me every single day. You know what I mean? Like,
2015, let's be real. I don't think anyone still understands to this day. If you look at the roster top down from, you look at the full roster, starting pitchers, shortstop, second base, third base, whatever. If you're telling me that team was the best team in the National League to go to the World Series, I would have laughed at you. But the Mets just had some serious level of chemistry, obviously, and just some special kind of magic that I feel like we kind of similarly saw this year with how the 2024 season, again, they had no expectations, and they kind of just, the Mets just seem to do better when there isn't expectations. It seems like when the Mets are like, in 2023, the Mets had all the hype, and then obviously they disappointed. So maybe I like it when the Mets aren't hyped up by the media. I feel like the media is like, oh my God, the Mets. Like, no, please stop. Get the Mets out of your mouth.
Well, the problem right now is this year we have a lot of hype.
Yeah, I know. It's going to be.
Getting Juan Soto, we have so much hype right now.
Yeah. That's just inevitable, obviously, getting the best player, getting one of the generational talents in the league. So, yeah, no, definitely. But I mean, I think I trust Stevie Cohen and David Stern. I mean, I feel like David Stearns actually knows baseball. For once, we actually hired a guy who knows what he's doing. You know what I mean? It's not like
I agree.
Yeah.
Yo, this guy, he'll be getting pitchers, bro, that I'm like, what the I don't want this freaking bum on my team. And the guy goes out and has a Cy Young season. Bro, Sean Manaea, when we had Sean Manaea, I didn't think he was going to last till May. I thought this guy was going to be here till May. And then, all right, let's get somebody else in here because this guy can't pitch to save his life. But supposedly this guy learned a new way to pitch, kind of like the way Chris Sale does from the sidearm, from the 3/4. And he turned out to be like a Cy Young type pitcher. I don't understand. And that's why today, I don't know if you saw it or not, but Frankie Montas went down.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
And I gotta be honest, when we first got Frankie Montas, I was like, oh, Frankie Montas. But then I was just thinking to myself, I'm like, yo, I guarantee you this guy's gonna pitch phenomenal.
Yeah.
Because Stearns must know something. Because when it comes to pitching, Stearns is just like a genius, bro.
Yeah, no, definitely. But on that topic though, I just still feel like they haven't. I mean, especially with Montas going down, I still feel like the Mets haven't really address their pitching enough. I think it's good. I'm not going to sit here and say that the Mets don't have a good rotation, but do I think it's better than the Dodgers? Absolutely not. It's not even comparable, honestly. So
close. It's not even close to the Dodgers.
And we already know the Dodgers are who we're competing with, the best team in the National League, the best team in the Major League. I mean, obviously we were 2 games away from beating them. I mean, they're our biggest competition. So why are we not building to beat them? I don't understand.
Yeah, that's the thing with the Dodgers, man. That and if they stay healthy, that team is going to be insanely hard to compete with in the playoffs. How are you going to beat that team in a series if they stay healthy? It's going to be absolutely insanity to beat that team. Yeah,
what's crazy is that I was even thinking about, as of right now, I don't even think Shohei Ohtani is slated to pitch. I don't think he's on the opening day. Obviously, he's on. He's gonna be in the lineup, but I don't think he's slated to pitch on opening day. He's not gonna be pitching for a little bit. Anyway, so it's they signed Shohei to all this money. They don't even need him as a pitcher. They just need him as a DH, which is crazy. So That was what the craziest thing about the Dodgers was, that like Shohei didn't pitch at all, and they still won the World Series. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So it's like it's
because
kind of scary,
Shohei's
honestly.
yeah, exactly. Shohei's only worth 700 million because he was a duel. He ain't
Yeah.
worth bro. Excellent, phenomenal. He's good. He's great at both. But you know, if a DH, there's no reason somebody who's not even playing the field should be getting paid $700 million. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, but like, you know, people were saying that Soto, because he's, you know, Yankee. It was mostly Yankee fans that were saying this, of course, but they were saying Soto's not good defensively. You're paying $700 million for a DH, and one, that's not true. I think Soto, you know, defensively might have not have been the best for the Yankees, but throughout his career, that's never really been like. It's never been like, oh, Soto, his defense is his weakness. It's never been like that. It's like, I don't think Juan Soto's ever been amazing. I mean, he's a solid defender. I don't think he's ever been an amazing defender, but you know, again, I mean, when you have a guy that can hit, you know, 40 plus home runs, you know, slug a 585 clip and go, you know, have a 1,000 OPS. I mean, you pay the price for him, you know. So I don't, you know, it's funny to me that people are saying that the Mets overpaid Soto, but like, you know, damn well any other team would have paid him that much money if they could. It's Juan Soto,
bro. We weren't the only team that went up there. The Dodgers reached 700, which I can't understand how the Dodgers reached 700 when they're paying Ohtani this money, they're paying Betts, they're paying Freeman,
right?
Yamamoto. I don't understand how the Dodgers went to 700. Like where? Like they got money coming out their ass, bro.
Dodgers got like that unlimited money glitch, man. They got just like fucking dollars on dollars.
Yeah, because they got that freaking They don't just got one. You know how we have Steve Cohen and he's the richest on baseball.
Yeah,
Steve Cohen's richer than all their owners, but here's the thing: they have several really, really
that's
rich
true.
owners.
Yeah,
The Guggenheim family, they're all filthy rich. So all their money, they just put it together. Yo, we got like trillions of dollars right here. So you fucking pay everybody,
right?
You know.
I mean, no one should be surprised because the Dodgers have always had a like high payroll. This is nothing new. Like they're gonna have a high payroll every year because they're a big market team who wants to win. So obviously. Yeah, you put two and two together, they're going to spend a lot of money, and the Mets spend a lot of money too. And I mean, you know, like there's nothing wrong. I think what the Dodgers are doing is like good for baseball. I mean, no, because it feels like the Dodgers have become like the Golden State Warriors of like the MLB. Like it's like they're building stacked on stacked, you know, just Avengers on Avengers. Like how the fuck are you supposed to beat these guys? They have like literally, they literally have like the whole fucking all-star, like the whole all. Let's go through their 1 through 4. Mookie Betts, top 5 player in the league. Freddie Freeman, top 10 player. You know, I mean, I don't even. Ohtani. I don't even need to go down. Teoscar Hernandez is coming off a great year.
Yeah.
Teoscar's coming off a great year.
They got one of the best 1 to 4s that I've seen in my lifetime, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yo, my boy Hussein, he's in the chat right now. This dude wrote, I'm new to baseball, and I've seen how toxic the Yankee fan base can be, especially the one video you reacted from last year of the fans fighting after a game at Yankee Stadium. Oh, yeah, I did a reaction video on that. And the one dude who was just acting like an animal. Yeah, Hussein, bro, yeah. Welcome to our world, bro.
Yeah.
Whoa,
That's just sounds like typical, you know, fights that happen at a baseball game between Yankees and Mets fans. So
yeah. That was I think that was what that was. I think it was that fight that happened where that Met fan got jumped at Yankee Stadium, I think.
Oh yeah, was that recently? I don't know if I heard about that.
That was last year. Yes, yo, bro. Like these two Met fans, they got jumped by like a mob at Yankee Stadium during the Met Yankee game.
I don't know, man. I'm really not the one to hate on Yankee fans or anything, but I feel like some of them really are very classless. Like it almost like like Dodger fans classless. You know, I can speak from experience. I was at the NLCS games, game 1 and 2 against the Dodgers, and I can tell you those fans don't really, one, they don't appreciate the team that they have. Come on, if the Mets had a team like that every year, you know, they would sell out every game. You know, fans wouldn't be leaving the 5th inning like Dodger fans do, which is such a joke. You know, they have this amazing team, and they're so damn spoiled. It pisses me off, you know? Like, you know, they don't appreciate that they have this, like, fucking God squad to watch every year. Dodgers, when was the last time the Dodgers, like, I think it's been since 2012, they made the playoffs every year. I don't remember the last time they missed the playoffs. I mean, they're in the playoffs every year.
Playoffs? Yeah. They're in that shit. It was crazy because they were going through that trend of always making the playoffs, but they just couldn't win it all.
Yeah, I know.
And, you know, obviously they won 2020, but a lot of people didn't even see that as an actual win because of COVID.
Yeah.
And now they're just like a complete freaking powerhouse.
Yeah. Right.
Absolutely monstrous. But you see how you say that you see that about Dodger fans because you're there.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just I've been to Yankee Stadium. I went to Mets versus Yankees last year, and then obviously I go to I go like 25, 30 Met games a year, and you see the difference. You see the difference that one just feels like so like more classier than the other, and I'm not just saying that because I'm a fan. Now I've seen stupid Met fans do stupid shit at a Met game. And I've actually said something to them one time. I don't see it that often though. You know what I mean? Unless I'm being oblivious because I'm a Met fan. But I did see it once. These Met fans, they were like wasted and they were like literally harassing this girl wearing a Phillies jersey. Completely harassing her, like to a point where it looked like freaking sexual harassment type shit. And I really stepped in, and he goes, "You're a Met fan. Why are you on their side?" And I'm like, "Because you're being a fucking idiot. That's why." You know what I mean? Like you're being like, dude, yes, I'm a huge baseball fan. I'm a huge Met fan, but I can't sit here and watch you, one of my supposedly a Met fan, harassing another person, harassing a woman just because she's a Phillies fan.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I fucking hate the Phillies. I can't stand bro. Going over there, talk about animals. Citizens Bank Park is like the #1 complete animal kingdom over there.
I've heard. I don't know. Do you follow Jaron? You follow NYM News on Instagram? Follow Jaron NYM News.
I believe. Yeah, I do.
Yeah. So he was he went on a crazy Mets bender for the playoffs. He was actually at Mets Phillies, and he was telling me about like just like all the kind of crazy shit that Philly fans would say about him, and like how nasty they were, and how even like a little fucking 10-year-old was like chirping him and shit. Like,
bro,
man,
fans are savages, bro.
Yeah, I know.
Those fans, talk about craziness. That's a ballpark where it's very hard to visit to if it's like a competitive game, and I've done it.
Yeah,
and I'm always wearing every time I go away stamps because I travel to go to all these stadiums. I'm trying to do all 30 and see the Mets in all 30.
Yeah.
And Citizens Bank has by far been the most craziest.
Yeah.
My favorites.
Right.
My favorite ballparks are actually the ones by you. I went to
Petco. I knew you were gonna say Petco. Petco's class. Petco's awesome.
Petco.
Yeah.
Petco was amazing. I'm definitely gonna go back there.
Yeah.
And then
definitely.
I went to San Francisco also, and I'm actually going back this year. I'm going back.
Oh
to
yeah.
San Francisco this year.
I haven't been to that stadium yet, but I've heard it's nice.
Great.
I've heard it's nice.
Yeah, that one is phenomenal as well, bro.
Yeah. No, I mean Petco Park is like I feel like it's underappreciated just because it's in San Diego, and obviously like Padres are like relevant, but they're not as relevant to Dodgers. So like everyone just kind of talks about Dodger Stadium. But Petco Park is like Dodger Stadium is a shithole. Like it's literally was built like in 1950 when like fucking God knows like who the fuck was like who was running our country back then. Like I don't even fucking know. Like it was so damn long ago. Like not like literally Dodger Stadium. They haven't changed it one bit, and I think like they want to like keep it historic or whatever. But it's like to a point. It's like. You guys are the World Series champions. Maybe like have a better fucking stadium, not in the middle of, the shittiest neighborhood in Los Angeles. Maybe, like I don't know. I've never been really a fan of Dodger Stadium, the Chavez Ravine or whatever the fuck they call it. I just never understood the hype with it, honestly.
Yeah, I've heard that Dodger Stadium is a shithole. That's what
it is. Can't confirm.
Haven't been yet though. And
yeah,
I gotta be honest, it's crazy because like I said, I'm going to California this year. I'm actually going to San Francisco and LA. I'm gonna be in both.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be there too, man. I'm gonna be at those Mets Dodger games.
Oh, so here's the thing. I'm not going to Mets Dodgers. I'm just gonna be in LA.
Okay.
Yeah, I wish they were playing the Mets when I was there. I obviously looked into it, but they're not. The Mets are playing because what I'm doing is I'm actually going to Hawaii. That's what I'm doing.
Okay, gotcha.
I'm going to Hawaii, so I'm stopping in San Francisco before I go to Hawaii because the Mets are there. So I kind of arranged it that way.
Dude, that's awesome,
man. Then, we're gonna go watch the Mets in San Francisco. Then I'm going to Hawaii. Then I'm coming back, and we're stopping in LA for 3 days, and then we're going home. But the Mets aren't playing in LA when I get back. I wish they were.
When do the Mets play the Padres in San Diego? I don't think I've looked at that yet.
I'm pretty sure it's around the time that I'm there because I remember seeing it.
Yeah.
So it's in August sometime, I think.
Okay. Wow.
From what I recall, but that stadium was freaking.
That
stadium, bro.
So I'm assuming since Queens is in your name, like you're from Queens, I'm presuming, right?
Yeah, Bayside.
Okay, Bayside. Okay. Yeah. Oh, my grandma, she used to live in Forest Hills, but she's like a little bit older now, so she had to move to assisted living kind of situation in Virginia. But we used to go. It's crazy because we used to be like literally like 5 minutes from city, like staying at her staying at her place and shit.
Forest Hills is right there.
Yeah, man. It doesn't really get more Mets than that, man. You're just up, very in the very in the neighborhood of, Mets world. So yeah, but I definitely do I want to go to like some home games this year. I don't know when. I mean, I'm gonna have to plan out a trip, but I want to meet up with some people and
Yeah,
get a
yo, let
fucking
me know.
squad going.
Yeah, bro. Let me know when you're around, bro. I'll definitely come to a game. We'll catch a game because
Hell yeah, man.
I'm like 10
Absolutely.
minutes. I'm like 10 minutes from staying, bro. I go to so many games.
Hell
And
yeah, I
like
do.
I have like these season ticket holders always hitting me up, but like as much as I want to get season tickets for the fact of one reason and one reason only, the playoffs because you get first dibs.
Oh yeah, that makes
Um,
sense.
But like baseball games are not like football games. They're so easy to buy the day of. So like
Yeah,
I don't
that's
want to
so
buy
true.
I don't want to buy season tickets for a game where oh shit it's 2 degrees outside. Outside.
Yeah.
Like I love waking up, seeing that the weather's like 85 degrees, beautiful day for a Met game. All right, let me go on Ticketmaster, bam bam bam, buy the tickets, go.
Yeah.
It's so easy. It's just that way.
It's the same thing with. I think it's the same thing with like. I don't know. Are you like a big NBA guy or no?
Yeah, I like the NBA. I started getting into it recently, though. I wasn't into it a while ago.
Okay.
Recently, the Knicks are freaking playing.
Yeah,
really well,
man.
so.
You're a Knicks fan, right? I mean, you gotta be.
Yeah, freaking Jalen Brunson's the reason I started watching basketball, to be honest.
Jalen Brunson is awesome because like he's
Yeah.
great and he's humble too. It's like it's not like some arrogant motherfucker who'd expect to be in New York.
He
Some very
reminds
humble
me-
guy.
He reminds me a lot, bro, a basketball version of Francisco Lindor.
Oh, absolutely. Because, like, he's such a good leader out there, man. Even, like, when the team loses, like, Jalen Brunson always takes accountability. You hear, like, in the press, he's like, yeah, I didn't do enough. I didn't score enough. I didn't do this. He always takes accountability. So,
Yeah.
and Brunson's a New York guy. Like, it's always great when the Mets or Jets or Knicks, whoever, like, the New York teams bring in New York guys. Because, like,
Yeah.
no one, like, they're built for this shit, man. They grew up in New York. Same with Donovan Mitchell, man. I think Donovan Mitchell wanted to be a Knick.
Bro,
I think
that's
that
my
was
boy,
only.
bro.
We kind of got robbed of he should be a Nick anyway, but we
I
got
love
Cat,
that
we got our
guy,
boy
bro.
Cat, and again, Cat's a New York guy, Brunson's a New York guy. It's amazing. They're bringing New York guys and they're stars too. So it's like they're bringing these stars who are New York guys. Like I love it, man. I love what the Knicks are doing.
Cat
I love
changed
it, bro.
that team around too, bro.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I'm worried though because I feel like the Knicks are kind of like the hype has been there, man. I just want to see them do it in the playoffs, man. They can't get
Here's
they
what
can't
I
get bounced.
feel. The Celtics, bro, they're gonna be really hard to beat.
Yeah.
Really
That's
hard.
true.
Like it kind of feels like the Dodgers, you know what I mean? Like just that powerhouse that is just kind of like a pest. And I know that the Cavaliers are also having a ridiculously good season.
Yeah, they have been amazing this year. Yeah, but
It's just like it just feels like the Celtics are just like that team that in a series is just gonna be so hard to pass. And like
that's true. But we never got the chance to play him last year because we got bounced by Indiana.
Yeah.
So if we could just like all I'm asking is like let's play him. Like let's get in a series against him. Let's see what happens.
Well,
You know
that's
what I
the
mean?
thing. At least get to that point.
Yeah.
Don't get bounced in the first round. At least get to that point where you play the Celtics and then we have a shot to beat them.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah.
Even though,
I mean,
that team is good, bro. They have so much depth. Like the Knicks played them a little while back, and they didn't even have Porzingis, and they smoked.
yeah, man. Boston's tough, man, because like not only do they have the stars, but they're like a well coached team too. So it's like it's tough.
Yeah, that's the thing. Basketball and even football coaching is so freaking important.
Yeah.
So important. But that's why I started because I wasn't really into the NBA. I never really watched it much. I was more just baseball, football, and a little bit of hockey. And then like Jalen Brunson kind of changed that around. Like I loved watching.
Man, yeah. I feel like because for the longest time, again, the Mets or not the Mets, the Knicks, similar to the Mets were a laughing stock of the NBA for the longest time. James Dolan does this, James Dolan does that. The Knicks are cancer. Kevin Durant's laughing at them. Everyone's laughing at the Knicks. Everyone's using them for clicks. Fucking Richard Jefferson's got the Knicks in his mouth every other fucking day. Jesus Christ. But then the Knicks. I mean, Dolan kind of, he kind of stepped away from, basketball operations, let people who knew what they were doing take care of business, and that's what's happened. And I think the same shit's happening with the Mets. He's hired David Stearns, who knows what he's doing. I don't think Steve Cohen really knows. I don't think he really knows how to run a baseball team. I think he just hired the right people.
No,
I think we're
Steve
fine.
Cohen has no idea. He even said that. Steve said that when he came to the team. I was about to say when he got hired. What the fuck? When Steve came to the team and he bought the team. He said that he's just hiring people to run the operations and he's going to supply the fucking funds.
Yeah, exactly, man.
But it's Soto. Soto was all Steve. Steve.
No,
said,
absolutely, man.
I want this fucking. It's like a George Steinbrenner move. I want this fucking guy.
Yeah.
You get me this guy. I don't care what he costs. Get me him. And that's what
Right,
Steve did.
exactly. It's like Steve kind of that mindset's like, oh, what you can do, I can only do better, man. You offer
Yeah.
600 million, I'll offer 720 million, man. See you later.
Give it to me. We've never had that.
Yeah.
My entire lifetime.
I mean, it's just ridiculous how he's just throwing around. They're just throwing the name, like just the idea of $700 million, like it's fucking nothing, really. That's the crazy thing, that we're just in a world where $700 million is being thrown around like fucking nothing, man. Like $700 million. Players used to make $5 million, and that was once the highest rate in the league. But now it's just going up by by the fucking year, honestly. So. But yeah, man, it's ridiculous, honestly. But I'm not complaining. It's not my money. Juan Soto's. I'm sure he's going to be worth every dollar of it. I think, honestly.
You got these people saying, "Oh, Mets paid this for Juan Soto." You think I give a flying fuck?
Yeah, it's not my fucking money.
I know, like, oh, you're paying for it at the ballpark. No, fuck, I'm not. I just bought tickets for opening day, the exact same price I paid last year. I don't know where you get this from that they're upping prices. I'm not.
Yeah, man.
I'm paying the same money. The only game that is massively, massively expensive is July 19th, which is the David Wright retirement day.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
I mean, understandable. I understand why it's a big, expensive, and it's a big game.
I got to get into the ballpark for that game because that was my idol growing up. So I have to get into the ballpark for that. But that game is wild. That game is crazy.
Yeah. who would you say? Who would you say is like your favorite Mets player of all time?
Easily David Wright.
Oh, David Wright. Okay, that's valid. David Wright. David Wright's great, man. Yeah, he was he was great on the field, but he was such a great guy off the field. Like, he was just a class act. You know what I mean? So
yeah, not even close, bro. That dude was my freaking life growing. I texted a childhood friend like a month ago. No, not a month ago. Sorry, way longer than that because it was during the playoffs. And I was like, yo, let's go watch a Met game together because we haven't seen each other in a while. And I know he's a big Met fan because he was back then. And the first thing he said to me was David Wright because that's what everyone used to call me. Growing up, everybody copied every move that dude made, bro.
So when you like rounded first base, did you like stick your tongue out like David Wright too?
Bro, I did everything that dude did. Everything. If you say
That's
something,
hilarious.
I did it. I walked around school with a freaking armband on my arm, bro.
Man. I used to imitate the way David Wright used to when he was in the batter's box. He have just such a clean batting stance. So I'd be like,
I batted like that. I was like such an imposter for no reason.
Yeah.
And then I met him in Port St. Lucie, bro. And I was telling him all this shit. I was like, yo, bro, like when I was growing up, man, like if you would have saw the way I played baseball, you would have thought I was you just without the skill. All right.
Hilarious.
I was a decent ball player. Like I was a decent baseball player.
Yeah.
I mean, David Wright, me,
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? Like
not everyone's David Wright. Yeah.
Yeah, I was a good baseball player for the people I played with, like the leagues I played in, the travel ball I played in. But I mean, David Wright, me, I'm like this.
Yeah.
But every move, bro, I copied that dude, and easily my favorite Met. Right behind him would probably be Piazza. Piazza was another.
Yeah, man.
I can't Mike Piazza was a freaking animal. And thinking about baseball, I know a lot of this is even before your time.
Mike Piazza, yeah, man. It kind of sucks because obviously I know how good he was, but I really, it wasn't my era. I didn't really grow up in Mike Piazza.
Yeah, because what year were you born?
I was born in 2004, so.
Yeah, so you were born in 2004, so I think
Piazza
left the Mets in 2005. Literally. Yeah, he left the Mets in 2005, so yeah. The freaking, that dude was a freaking animal. If we're going more our time, currently, obviously, this dude is almost passing Piazza, bro. Freaking Francisco Lindor, dude.
Yeah, man.
Oh my god.
I think Lindor. I will say this. I've always loved Lindor, but I think you know what I mean, and I think it was due to the Mets not winning to the level I wanted them to. And I was I feel like a lot of Mets fans were saying that Lindor's overrated. We're overpaying him. One, I mean, we couldn't look more fucking stupid. The money the contract we're getting him for is a fucking bargain, first of all. And two, he's great defensively, but offensively, I mean, 2024, Lindor silenced me, man. I am Lindor lover, man. I'm not gonna hate on the guy. I mean,
that's the thing. A lot of my father, forget about it. Yo, my father, oh my God. I was trying to get this guy to sign a freaking contract. Not a contract, like an apology letter to Lindor last year, bro. Because, yo, my dad used to trash him. Like, you have no idea. Used to trash the shit out of him. And I used to get him like, yo, you got to sign this. He goes, I'm not signing shit until he wins me a championship. I'm like, no, you got to sign this because you know, damn no. And then he signed that shit after he hit the home run against the Phillies.
Oh, yeah.
Home run against the Phillies.
That's awesome, man. Yeah.
Dude.
That was like, so were you at like a lot of those home playoff games?
So I only went to one playoff game. So yeah, I only went to one playoff game, and it was actually against the Dodgers, and we lost the game I was at. That was the game that we lost to make us down 3-1, and then we ended up winning.
Yeah.
We won the next one to bring it back to LA where we lost.
Yeah, I got you.
Ohtani led off the game with a freaking tank, bro.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you saw that live. You saw that live, huh?
Yeah,
Oh,
he led off the game with a fucking moonshot. Like,
has anyone even? Yeah, I'm curious. Like, Ohtani's been drug tested, right? Like, I just like wondered, like, is he on some like PEDs or something? Yo. Like, this guy almost like you see, like I saw him in person, like, damn, he is fucking. This guy like is mad. This guy's huge. This guy human.
Knowing the MLB, they ain't doing shit with Ohtani. They're not drug testing him. They're not.
Yeah.
They're not checking if he was gambling and shit.
What about his? You know what's so good? I kind of lost some respect for Shohei because he kind of just threw his interpreter in the dust, man. Yeah. Like, I don't think I've ever... And Shohei Ohtani was like, you know, he was partly guilty in that operation too, and it's like he just kind of threw him in the dust, really. Got him fired, got his name out. You know, obviously Shohei was trying to do whatever the fuck he could do to get his name out of the, you know, out of that whole headline. But, I mean, just... That whole thing still needs... I think that whole thing still hasn't been really, like, taken care of enough by the MLB. I feel like the MLB needs to look into Shohei Ohtani's involvement in that, because I feel like he had a way more of an involvement than the MLB is really, like, you know, kind of said. So... I don't know.
They never will, because that's their golden child. They don't want. Don't want anything wrong to happen with Shohei, so they'll never look into it. That's the problem.
That's fair.
Whatever Shohei does, they're not going to look into it because that's their guy. That's their golden child. Even though
he's like the new Curry. Yeah, he's like the new Curry of the MLB. Yeah.
But here's the problem with the MLB. That's your golden child, but you barely publicize him. Like, the way they try to publish him is in the wrong way too. You know, like, I go around. Like, I'm a teacher. I go around my school. My kids don't even know who Shohei Ohtani is, bro. You know, everybody knows LeBron James.
Yeah, that's fair.
This guy's like the greatest baseball player we've ever seen. Like, even in my lifetime, going back to when I was a child, it's the greatest baseball player we've ever seen. We've never seen a two-way player who plays this well. And like you said, drug tested. The ball off that guy's bat sounds like a freaking bomb, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, no, honestly, because I remember I went to game one. You know, Mets got clobbered that game, so we left early. I remember Shohei, we were like walking up the stadium. I remember we heard just a crack off the bat, and just like, I think Shohei hit like a double or something. And just off the sound of the bat, you're like, oh yeah, I know it's Shohei Ohtani. It's just like, almost like, goddamn, like, is this guy swinging a fucking baseball bat, or is he swinging a fucking sword? Like, I don't fucking know, man. It was crazy.
Bro. Yeah. It's crazy. But what are your expectations for us this year? Like, what do you think?
I mean, you know, I don't want to buy too much into the hype. I mean, my expectations are 90 wins plus, man. I think if anything under 90 wins is a major disappointment. With the money they've spent, the roster, I mean, come on. Like, you're lying to yourself if you don't say that the Mets, if they don't win at least 90 games with this roster, like, joke.
I love the offense. The only thing that worries me, like we said in the beginning, is our starting pitching. And there's so many question marks in that starting pitching. Like, is Senga going to pitch the way he did before the injury?
That's huge. Obviously, Senga has a big impact on, you know, how good their pitching is. And then, I mean, maybe David Stearns knows something we don't about Clay Holmes. But, you know, that when I saw that move, I was like, interesting. I mean, I've never thought of Clay Holmes as a starter, but maybe. Yeah, cool. I could see it, actually, though, because he's always been a guy who could go multiple innings. So it kind of makes sense that they're trying to turn him to a starter. So I can see that, I guess.
I saw something today that said that he learned a new pitch called, like, the something changeup. It was like something changeup. And I'm like, here we go. David Stearns, baby. David Stearns knew something about Clay Holmes.
Just let David Stearns cook, man. Just let him cook.
Yeah, like, he knew something about Clay Holmes. Watch this fucking changeup be freaking freaking what's it called? The guy that the Yankees just got, Devin Williams type changeup shit, like nasty. Watch it be one of the nastiest pitches in baseball. Nobody can hit it. Knowing David Stearns, I wouldn't be surprised.
I mean, look at our boy Seth Lugo. Look how good he was with the Royals. He was never that level of a starter for the Mets, and then he puts on a Royals jersey. All of a sudden, this guy is like a fucking bona fide stud muffin. Like, what the hell? I did not remember Seth Lugo being this damn good at baseball. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, he was definitely not that for us. I mean, he had his moments with us, moments of really, really good stretches, and he was a pretty decent pitcher with us. But he went to Royals, and again, he turned out to be like a Cy Young type pitcher. Like, he was running this year, right, for Cy Young?
Yeah, he was, and I mean. I don't know. Is that like a Mets thing? Is that just I feel like that's kind of another thing that people say that the Mets just kind of fumble starters. Because, I mean, look at Zach Wheeler. Like, as soon as not to say, like, Zach Wheeler, like, it's, like, weird because, like, as a Mets fan, you always kind of, like, saw the flashes of what he could be. But it's, like, he was never healthy for the Mets. So it's, like, they never got to see what that could be. So, like, how are we going to talk about, oh, the Mets should have paid Zach Wheeler? He was never the same player with the Mets, man. It's hard to blame the Mets. I mean, they should have kept him, obviously, but... Yeah, I mean...
I was actually very, very disappointed when we gave Wheeler because I knew he was showing... He started, right when we gave him up, he was showing what we all felt like he was going to be. He was dominating right before we gave him up. Absolutely cooking. And when we gave him up, I was furious that we didn't re-sign him. Especially, it wasn't even that crazy of a deal. I was furious because I just... felt like he was coming into his way now, and he hasn't even pitched to his potential yet. And then, bam, goes to Phillies, and dude, forget about it.
Yeah, man. You know what? Honestly, like, I don't know. Fuck Zach Wheeler, honestly, because I feel like Wheeler kind of, like, badmouthed the Mets after, and it's like, cool, good for you, Wheeler, but, like, man, you're in Philadelphia, and we beat y'all in the fucking playoffs, so, it's just funny, honestly.
Yeah, that was awesome. Being the
that was a personal level. It's like, fuck you, Zach Wheeler. Fuck Philadelphia. Fuck the Phillies, man. Goodness sake, dude. They are so like, man. The Mets. I can't believe how they just took care of them in 4 games, honestly. But that was crazy.
I got married, bro. Game 1 of the fucking NLDS, bro.
No way, man. That's awesome.
That was my wedding, bro. Yo,
Game 1. Were you there in Philadelphia?
No. What I'm saying is that was the day of my wedding.
Oh, the day of your wedding. Oh, shit. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, so...
Oh, that's crazy. Damn.
We booked that afterwards. I didn't even think, because we wanted a fall wedding. I didn't even think of, all right, the playoffs in October. I didn't even think of that because, I booked it 2 years in advance. Yeah. So, booked the wedding, and then afterwards, I think it was my boy, actually. He was like, yo, you booked your wedding in October? And I was like, yeah. He goes, yo, what? I mean, we don't know what the Mets are going to be in 2 years, but what if they're in the playoffs? I was like, oh shit. I was like, shit, you're fucking right, bro. I was like, fuck. I was like, shit. I was like, that's actually a really valid point. Whatever, we go, and then the Mets fucking blow ass in May of last year. So I'm like, well, I don't got to worry about my wedding. I was like, they fucking suck. I was like, I don't got to worry about us being in the playoffs, whatever. All of a sudden, you know what happened. Freaking Oh My God comes. Fucking this little freaking puppet Grimace comes. And we turn out to be one of the best fucking teams in baseball. We make the playoffs. And then it so happens that it's the Mets versus Brewers. And fucking, you know what happens. We're down by freaking, what were we down by? 2 runs, right? 2 runs. First and second, this freaking guy Alonso comes up. Yo, my freaking, I have like a viral video like on freaking Line, bro. I know you've had a lot of that, in your time on Instagram, but like... Yeah,
man. You know what? Yeah. I feel like I kind of like, as I kind of got older, I kind of, I wanted to kind of get off social media. I'm not going to lie, but I'm fully back now, man. I kind of quite honest, I'm sure you understand, but social media is toxic, man. There's so many fucking people who like wouldn't have the balls to say what they like say to you on the fucking in person. That they'll say it to the screen, because
even in that video, like that. So when Alonso with that home run, bro, my wife, she always does this. She always like pulls out her camera because I be like going crazy, bro, when the Mets do shit.
Yeah,
she always does. Usually nothing happens, so she just had the fucking phone out, and we all know what Pete did, right?
Yeah, man.
Bro, I went fucking nuts. I didn't even know she was recording, bro. I went fucking nuts. I was throwing shit. I was fucking crying, bro. Like, because I
Yeah.
just thought we were done, dude. Like, the inning before,
Yeah,
when,
man.
when they hit those home runs, I went outside. I just sat in the yard by myself with not speaking to nobody. And then someone was like, yo, the bottom of the, no, not the bottom, top of the inning's coming up. You want to come in and watch it? So I just came in, was quiet. And then when Pete hit that fucking home run, I went fucking nuts. My wife was recording. She put that shit on Instagram, and that shit fucking blew up with mad comments, mad likes.
That's fire, man.
That shit went viral as fuck. And even it going viral, there was a lot of people, oh my God, I love this. Yo, I love sports because of these reactions, whatever. But then you got the fucking people who are like, yo, this fucking clown has to freaking pre-record the thing and act, act like he's going crazy. And I didn't respond to these people, but I'm just like, that's hilarious. First of all, you got to take the time out of your day to some kind of negative comment. But, like, do you really believe that as a big Met fan I am, I'm going to take the time? Oh, shit, Pete just hit the home run. You know what? Let me rewind, right? And then act like I'm happy now and do my reaction all over again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know how stupid that sounds?
Yeah. No, totally, yeah. It's always the people that you literally haven't done something that are trying to tell you, like, how you should do it and stuff. But, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, social media is great, but, and I've even, in my college experience, I've kind of been I've launched this podcast with, players that go to my school. I go to Washington State. So I was even asking him, I was like genuinely curious. I was like, how much you guys look into social media and how much you guys like read into it. And he was just like, honestly, during the season, he was like, he's a running back for WSU. And he was just like, honestly, I try to tune it out. I think it's terrible. I think it's toxic. I think really it's a waste of time. And I think it only makes my mental health worse. And I was just like,
that's 100% accurate, to be honest.
Yeah. And I can only think about it as like being like Francisco Lindor, or being like a Juan Soto, or being like some shitty guy, being in New York. The thing is about New York is like, it's not a place where like if you can't handle heat, you shouldn't be, because like obviously if you're bad, like you're gonna hear it from the media, you're gonna hear it from whatever fucking social media, you're gonna hear it from Mets fans. You know what I mean? So
that's a fact.
Yeah, that's just the New York.
You're right. That's a fact.
New York market. That's just the New York fucking. And I think some people, like, I'm trying to think of people that just straight up weren't built for New York. Like, I don't know. I mean, I don't think Zach Wheeler is built for New York. Clearly, I mean, guy left for the fucking shithole Philadelphia. I mean, I don't think he. I mean, I think I always think about another guy that kind of for years people were like, oh, why did the Mets get rid of him? Was Justin Turner? Because he was so good for the Dodgers for so long. Obviously, he's not as good anymore, but. That's another guy that I feel like the Mets could have really kept, and they kind of just let go. I mean, that was kind of, because Turner was a likable guy too. That was kind of a guy the Mets wanted. Every Mets fan wanted them to keep him, but I mean, I guess there's the list goes on of those players that could have, should have, would have been with the Mets, but yeah, I mean, it's whatever. We got our squad now, so it's all good.
Yo, but years ago though, the 2016, you had some funny ass videos though, bro.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it. Yeah,
your videos.
I appreciate it. Yeah,
anybody that was trashing your videos, they're just clowns because your shits were funny, bro.
Yeah, I know.
You were like this seven, or I don't even know how old you were, 6-year-old kid just posting the most savage motherfucking shit online, bro.
Yeah,
you were posting some savage shit. You were cursing the Mets out like I was cursing the Mets out, and I was like probably in my 20s. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that, man. It's like. You know what? I really, when I first started Mets Maniac, it's kind of funny because it was just like always supposed to just kind of be like, I never really thought it would turn into what it did, honestly. I kind of just posted some Mets Maniac. I made this account Mets Maniac. I'm like, you know what? I've been so damn fed up with the Mets. I'm just going to start posting on Instagram about them and start ranting on the Mets. And then, I think 2015 is when I started my account. And then, during that World Series run, I kind of started to get, attention, like a little bit of attention. But then, 2016, 2017, that's like when my videos like really started to blow up. That's like when the players started to see them. Terry Collins was aware of my videos. Jerry Blevins. Jerry Blevins actually in 2017, it was through one of the Sportsnet LA guys because he knew I was a California guy. And one of my friend's dads worked for Sportsnet LA. So he got me on the broadcast before the game. But
what? That's crazy. I didn't know that.
Yeah, no. But shit, I'm trying to remember where I was going with. I'm trying to remember where I was going with this. I just like lost my train of thought, honestly. Shoot, what was I saying? I was saying something about the. Oh yeah, I know, but so Jerry Blevins. So a guy for Sportsnet got me an on-field pass, and maybe I shouldn't have, but I made it public that I was on the field and that I did like a Mets Maniac video. I was like, hey guys, I'm here, just like saying I'm at Dodger Stadium and stuff, and then yeah, I remember it was before the game started, and then apparently Jerry Blevins saw my video and he was like, I got word from someone that I had to like take it down, and then Jerry Blevins even wrote me. My dad has it to this day. It's like a little letter from Jerry Blevins. He's like, hey man, I'm so sorry for like telling you to take down your video. Man, I hope we're like friendly now. It's like hysterical, honestly. It's like this letter from Jerry Blevins, but yeah, that was kind of like. And when that, the viral video of when the Mets kind of, when they got clobbered with the Nationals, what was it, like 28-3, 28-5, whatever the fuck, they got killed. And I was just like, all right, man, there isn't a better game to rant on. I mean, goddamn, when are you going to see a game when the Mets lose 28? It's like a fucking football score. 28-5. Obviously, I'm ripping everyone. Terry Collins, the Orange. Yeah. I think, it was crazy because, it all just happened so fast, and then I was getting the New York Post was calling me, and, all these other outlets, New York Post, LA Times, all these other all these big outlets are, they want to interview me. I'm like, I'm just some little kid who just ranted about the Mets, really, just not even, looking for anything from it, so.
See, that's the funny part about social media, it's so toxic most of the time.
Yeah.
And, you just post a random shit. Look at the fucking Haktua girl, bro. Yo, she went.
Look at the fucking Rizzler, man. All this guy does is this. All he does is this. He's like 1 million followers. I don't understand, bro.
Crazy. You do one little fucking thing that for some reason catches an eye of somebody and you fucking blow up. I'm like,
exactly, yeah.
What the fuck? When am I going to say something fucking stupid that just starts blowing up? You know what I mean? I'm just
yeah.
It's so crazy how social media,
yeah.
You could say one stupid thing, yo, bro, the Rizzler too, he's also fucking huge. Him, Haktua, bro, these people are in suites at freaking NBA games with, professional NBA players.
Right. I know, man. Crazy. It's yeah, it just goes to show that, kind of social media is really just a meme, man. People love just funny shit. Just, the Rizzler, goddamn, no one can, I don't think anyone can really tell you anything about the Rizzler besides he just goes like this and he's some big, fat New York dude who's just funny as, just looking at the fucking guy, you want to laugh, It's just, yeah, I don't know. Social media is interesting, and I think that's kind of what led me to do what I'm doing is that Instagram, social media. You can do whatever the fuck you want to do with it, And I'm really trying to bring back that my diehard community of Mets. Mets Maniac followers, but just I want to be able to go to games and meet up with people and have just general community of just fucking we win, we fucking trash talk together type shit,
Yeah, I agree. That's kind of to be honest, with this whole podcast I'm doing, I've met so many people doing this, and not just Met fans, even different fans too. Because my podcast is obviously I'm a huge Met fan, so a lot of if you see my videos, you go on my YouTube.
Yeah.
A lot of them are about the Mets and talking about the Mets or stuff, but I keep a broad range. I talk about all sports. I talk about all teams because I like to keep it, open across the board. But I met a lot of people doing this, bro. I've been
man, that's awesome.
I've met games with people that I met doing this, and it's just a good time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bro, I just love baseball. I love being out there.
Oh yeah, man.
People.
Podcasting is sick because podcasting is only growing. I feel and then obviously the Mets I can talk about the Mets every fucking day. 5 a.m. to fucking 8 p.m., man. I can talk Mets all day.
That's why I started this too, because I was I don't really care about the views, in all honesty. I really
that's
don't.
Fair, man.
I love now if I'm all of a sudden getting fucking millions of views on here, that's awesome. Great. It's a bonus. Maybe I'll freaking get paid for this someday. Become I had this guy on WFAN actually on my show.
I saw that, man. I saw that. That's awesome.
Keith McPherson. And
yeah, that's awesome.
That's what happened I think that's why he kind of saw me and was like, yo, I'll do this for you. Because he was a podcaster, bro. And then one day he went to an interview for WFAN, got the fucking job, and took Steve Summers' job, and now this dude's on the freaking radio talking sports.
Oh yeah, that's awesome, dude. I love what you're doing. I feel there should be more Mets podcasts. I'm currently doing I launched a WSU, it's my college, a podcast center around that. But I want to tie, it's gonna be a sports show. So anyone in this chat, it's called Cooked Up on Instagram. It's kind of like a weekly sports show. We're gonna be talking about MLB, NFL, NBA, NCAA, Mets, of course.
Yeah.
But I really hope that more people come out with like Mets podcasts because like, fucking. Actually, no. Clem and them have that podcast, right? What's that shit called? You Gotta Believe, or is that what it's called? Yeah, You Gotta Believe Me. Yeah. That one's okay, but I don't know. I mean, no one really talks about that one anymore. So.
Yeah, it's cool, bro. Like just talking sports and doing this, it's a good time.
Hell yeah, man.
You had a lot of what's it called, nicknames for people in the past, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like Jessie Winker.
Yeah, so you had
the orange.
I have them right here. So freaking for Mickey Callaway, you had the mouse.
Yeah.
Jessie Winker, you had Jessie Winky. For Hansel Robles, you had the Goblin. Terry Collins, you had the orange. And then, this is my favorite one, the one coming up right now. For Noah Synderguard, you had the Barbie doll.
Yeah. I still stand by all those nicknames to this day, man. Like, you know what? Hansel Robles, man, I don't know what it was up with him, but his jaw was always, like, fucking filled with, like I would chew or something, and it was like he looked like a fucking goblin. Like, dude, like what is in your cheek, bro? Like, come on,
bro.
Like, what's going on here?
Robles was the funniest motherfucking pitcher of all time.
He was.
There would be a home run hit to the freaking moon, bro. And
I'd be like,
what he would do?
He just point at it. He'd be like, dude, Hansel, that ball's launched 500 feet, dude. What are you pointing at?
I don't know if he was pointing at like, damn, that's a shot, or if he was like, yo, someone catch this.
Yeah.
Or he was like, yo, he was talking to the fans. Yo, somebody out there catch this. Oh,
yeah.
God. That dude was freaking hilarious, bro. He was out of his mind.
Yeah, man. Because like it's one thing if it's a routine pop up, but Hansel, the ball was maybe launched 500 or 470 feet, dude. What are you pointing at space? Like, what are you pointing at? I don't understand.
Yeah. So crazy.
It's funny, honestly.
And then you freaking despise Terry Collins.
Yeah, you know what? I feel like I was a little bit hard on him because, like, dude, honestly, I would take fucking, Terry Collins over Mickey Callaway and Luis Rojas and all these other fucking bums we've had. So Terry took us to a fucking World Series. I gotta give the Orange his respect, He
took us to a World Series, and he actually took us to back-to-back playoff appearances, which the Mets don't. It's very sad.
I know, man.
The Mets don't have that much in our lifetimes. But my boy, who's actually now my co-host, because I now have a co-host on the show, which is going to be released Sunday. That's going to be the first video with the both of us. He's like a human encyclopedia with sports, bro. It's crazy.
Bro.
Yeah, this guy's he's like a human encyclopedia, but he didn't really have an issue with Terry Collins the person. He just hated his managerial skills, and he thought he thought he managed terribly in the 2015 World Series. Like, he'll tell you over and over a bunch of moves that he wouldn't have made, starting with Cespedes playing left field over Juan Lagares. He thought
that's totally fair.
Yeah.
What was like? I never understood that first play of the Mets Royals World Series in 2015. You remember like when it who was it? It was was it Alcides Escobar? Or who was it? It was. Who hit that inside the park home run and where it hit off Cespedes' glove? But I don't understand what happened on that play. Cespedes had hit off his glove and he just stared at it. Like, what are you doing? Like, there's a fucking guy running the bases, bro. Like, what are you doing?
Was that what's his freaking name, bro? The reminds me of Altuve. Who? Damn, he was a really good hitter. Fuck.
Yeah. No. Shit.
I forget his name.
Throwback.
Oh no, you know what though? It was the leadoff though, so it might have been Escobar.
I think it was yeah, man.
It was probably Escobar.
I still remember most of that team. Like, they had, obviously, Eric Hosmer, and then they had, I'm trying to remember that World Series team in 2015.
I look back to that Royals team, and I'm like, how the fuck did we lose to that team?
I know, man.
Who the fuck?
Crazy.
Is there one, star on that team, except for maybe... Hosmer they had Moustakas and Hosmer. Like, they had all these guys in their very that was the prime of Eric Hosmer, the prime of Mike Moustakas. I mean, it was a good team, obviously, but looking back, I mean, the Mets probably should have beaten them, but it's whatever. We lost the fucking Royals. Yeah, for example, though, you look at the Dodgers team that won the World Series last year, and that Royals team, it's two completely different, teams.
Yeah,
I don't know, bro. We should have won that World Series. That was annoying.
Yeah. Definitely, man.
Who on the Yeah, wait, hold on. I had another point in my head. Going back to the manager, how do you, so from the videos that you posted, you've, again, Terry was probably your most like, because I know you did not like Rojas, and Callaway
Yeah.
was worse. I agree. Callaway was a fucking nightmare.
I think Rojas pissed me off the most because, you know,
More
big,
than
like
Callaway?
physically big fucking dude, right? You could tell the guy hits the gym, but Rojas, you clearly don't know what the fuck you're doing out there, man. Like, let me teach you what you're doing. Like, I don't.
You
He
know
would
what
just
that
come out
reminds
like,
me of?
what?
And I think you are the same football team as me. Who's your favorite football team?
I'm a Jets fan. Hold on,
Yeah,
I'm gonna get my phone
so-
charger real quick. Just give me a
so how
second.
all right, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, sorry, my phone is low, so I'm just making
no,
sure it
you're
doesn't
good, you're
die.
good.
All right.
Yo, so doesn't that remind you of fucking Robert Saleh?
Oh my God, man!
Bro,
Robert Saleh is the
yo.
worst. Are you a Jets fan too?
Yeah, bro, I'm a huge Jets fan.
Oh,
That
man.
dude is like the biggest meathead of them all, but he was
Robert Saleh.
He was a horrible coach, bro. Horrible coach.
It's crazy because no one will admit that Woody Johnson fired him because he was representing Hamas. Like no one will say that. That's exactly why he fired. That's why they fired him. It's because he had that Hamas flag or whatever.
Wait, did he really?
Yeah, apparently that's what everyone was saying. Everyone like that's what like because like it was weird. You know what I mean? Because the Jets were only like what?
I didn't see that.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. He had like a fucking Hamas flag like on his like shirt or something. Like everyone was talking about it. Yeah, that's why I'm pretty because Woody Johnson I think is Jewish, so I think that like kind of set him off a little bit. But yeah, Robert Saleh was like that's another guy. It's like man, who the fuck said that this guy is like they made him like he's the guru of defense. He's done everything for the Niners. Like where is this, bro? This is the worst defense I've seen, and the Jets have sucked for the last 2 decades.
Yeah.
Dude, don't tell me like
horrible.
oh like people were trying to like I don't know. The Jets are the Jets are hopeless, man. The Knicks have hope. The Jets are hopeless. The Jets are cursed.
Yeah.
I've given up on the Jets, man.
Yeah, they're so fucking bad, bro. It's not even funny. Yeah.
Laughable at this point. It's like, man, you guys are letting Aaron Rodgers run the show. This guy just tore his Achilles. He just fucking like sucked ass. Like, why is he calling the shots right now? No, I don't even want to hate on Aaron Rodgers, but it's just like it pissed me off because like everything roster wise, like everything like they hired Nathaniel Hackett because of Aaron Rodgers. They got Alan Lazard because of Aaron Rodgers. They made like a lot of these moves like catered around Aaron Rodgers. And it's like when they obviously they didn't turn out like the way the Jets expected. So it's like you're gonna blame Rodgers because like if it wasn't for Rodgers, would they have? Dude, let me tell you, like would they have? You think the Jets would have hired Nathaniel Hackett if it wasn't for Aaron Rodgers like in their ear about it? Absolutely not.
Yo, as my boy was saying in the chat, it's like I'm a Bills fan. I'm haunted by the 4 losses that we had in a row. That's another team, to be honest. It's crazy with the Bills. The Bills have so much expectations these days, but can never get over the hump.
Man, it's so simple. The Bills just simply can't beat the Chiefs. It's not they can't get over the hump. They simply like it's been the same fucking result the last like 4 years. Lose to the Chiefs, lose to the Chiefs, lose to the Chiefs, lose to the Chiefs. Like we already know you guys just suck. You guys can't beat the Chiefs. All right.
That's when the Bills are gonna win the Super Bowl when they get over the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Like it's
I
so
honestly thought I thought the like this year might have been the year the Bills might have done it. Honestly, I was like,
Me
dude,
too.
the Chiefs are like not that good this year. Like they're so beatable.
Bro, obviously look at the Super Bowl. It's one of the worst
I mean,
Super
yeah.
Bowls I've ever seen.
Yeah, I know.
So when do you see Patrick Mahomes that down and out?
I know. It kind of reminded me of like that 2020 Super Bowl, like Buccaneers, like Chiefs, where they just like Buccaneers just dominated. Quite honestly, just like yeah, but yeah, the NFL, man, it's so much easier for me to enjoy baseball and like basketball because like I actually have a good team to watch. I watch the NFL. I'm watching the same scrubs every fucking year, man.
But here's the
It's
problem.
nauseating.
Here's the problem, man. I don't know if you didn't feel this way, but I know I did. I'm gonna be honest. I felt this way, bro. Coming into this year with Aaron Rodgers, and I thought we had a decent team last year, other than Zach Wilson. I thought
What
we
the
had a.
What the fuck happened? No. The thing that makes no sense about the Jets and no analyst, no expert can explain it is that their defense just flat out sucked. Like what happened? This is the defense that was like, oh my god, this is the best defense in the NFL right here. Fifth ranked rush this. Fifth pass rush this. What the fuck happened to our defense, man? We're watching a defense that this is a like bottom level, like top 30 defense right now. Like, it's just so shit compared to like 2023 when everyone's talking about, hey, this is a good defensive team, but they like maybe combine, maybe they have a good quarterback and they have a good offense and maybe they're good. And then we saw, yeah, Aaron Rodgers played every game and they still suck. So
You know what's funny though? Look at Rodgers' stats, right? They're not as bad as his season seemed. All I wanted, to be honest, this year with Rodgers coming in was just, because I knew he was older, bro. It's like when we got Scherzer and Verlander. Like, I knew he was older. I just wanted an okay season. To be honest, he gave us an okay season. He didn't give us anywhere near regular Aaron Rodgers season. Obviously, we knew that he wasn't going to give us that. He's older. But I felt like if he gave us an okay season, I thought with, Hall, Garrett Wilson, the defense because last year our defense was much better than they were this year.
Right.
The defense from last year, I thought we would be able to get into playoffs. But the problem is our defense fucking blew ass.
Yeah.
That was the issue. Our defense was trash this year. So even with Rodgers being okay, we fucking sucked.
Yeah, man. You know what? I think the Jets, because they have pieces, right? Like you mentioned, they have Garrett Wilson. I mean, Devontae Adams is probably gone now because Aaron Rodgers is gone. But it doesn't make sense with the Jets because it's not like they have talent. They've been so bad for so long. Like, how would they not have talent? They have Garrett Wilson. Yeah. They have Breece Hall. They have these Quincy Williams, Quinton Williams, all these fucking big names on defense. But it's like, still, how are you the Jet season will never make sense ever. Like, no one will ever. Probably honestly, there's been some bad Jet seasons, but I think that was the worst one of all time. 2024, worst Jet season of all time, man.
I feel that way too because we kind of had. I mean, I had some expectations at the beginning, knowing Aaron Rodgers was coming in. I had a little bit of expectations, And
I mean, yeah, who didn't? I mean, we haven't. That's another thing. Like I don't think Aaron Rodgers going to any other team. There's this whole big 9/11 ceremony. Like he's coming out with the flag. The first fucking play he fucking tears his Achilles in half. Like, I don't think I've ever. That is just proof. That is living proof in my eyes that the Jets are cursed. I don't think I've ever seen something like that ever. Like, that shit only happens to the Jets. I feel like, you know what I mean. Again, even I'm trying to remember what are some other just I remember there was just even it was back in 2020. There was a MetLife. There was a game where there was literally 7 or 8 players who were out for the season because they're playing on the shitty turf at MetLife. I don't know why the NFL doesn't look into that. It's clearly an issue.
MetLife is the worst stadium.
Yeah, you've been there. I'm assuming, right?
Yeah,
it's pretty bad.
Trash.
It's in the middle of fucking nowhere too. Why are we the New Jersey Jets? This should be the New York Jets.
Bro, they're hosting the fucking FIFA World Cup there next year.
Yeah.
They're out of their minds to host that at MetLife. Even though Citi Field has way less seats, you're better off hosting it there because you got these people coming from all around the world to the FIFA World Cup and they're coming to where the Jets and Giants play, bro. I can't. I just want to be in the area to see the faces of people walking around, thinking that they're gonna see beautiful landscapes and shit.
Yeah, man.
They're gonna see.
Meanwhile, it's just fucking East Rutherford, New. I've been to Metfield. I've been to MetLife, and MetLife is it's not impressive. You're okay, this is so far out from New York. It's the stadium's not even nice. Why do they have this random ass stadium? And they share the same stadium in New Jersey with the New York Giants. It makes no sense. No one will ever explain to me how the New York Jets, whatever. But
hold on 1 second. Can't call.
No worries.
Hey, Jess.
Hey, I just wanted to let you know I'm on my way home.
Okay. How far are you?
I'm still in Jersey.
Oh, Jesus.
I just left my brother.
Bro, I don't understand why he's not driving you home.
It's okay. It's out of the way. I'm not gonna let him drive me all the way to Queens to go all the way back to New Jersey. Oh my gosh. It's fine. I don't want him to drive me anyway, but it was the fucking saddest freaking funeral I've ever. It was really, really sad.
Okay, I'll talk to you about it when you get home. All right. Yeah, you're kind of on it right now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're good. I'll talk to you in a little bit. All right, bye.
So this guy, I'm reading the comments right now. I see Hussein Ahmed was asking, who would you guys say is your baseball GOAT, or if you had to do a Mount Rushmore?
Mount Rushmore.
It's a good question, honestly. I mean,
that's a good question.
Baseball GOATs. I mean, you got to have Babe Ruth in there, of course. Babe Ruth's got to be up there. Barry Bonds, pretty PDs, but yeah, Barry Bonds got to be up there.
I agree with both those so far. 100%.
Barry Bonds, is it too early? No, I'm not gonna say Shohei is. I don't think he's proven enough to be in the. I don't think Shohei's there.
I'm gonna be honest. I'd probably put him there.
Yeah, fuck it. We're gonna throw Shohei. We're gonna throw Shohei in there.
I've never seen in my life, and even in the past, what he's doing is just incredible to me. I just don't understand. I don't.
Yeah, but yeah. So we have 3, and then I'm gonna say
so my
4.
My fourth, you know who I'm gonna go with? I'm gonna go with fucking Ted Williams, bro.
Yeah, Ted Williams is, or Lou Gehrig too. Lou Gehrig is great too. I mean, I don't know if he's top 5. Yeah, Ted Williams is. I feel like people like forget how good like Joe DiMaggio was too, and like some of these guys.
Beast. Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, like there's so many. It's so hard. I don't even know if I can come up with a list because there's so many good fucking players. I don't know.
But the thing with Ted Williams, this guy was like hitting for triple crowns, hitting 400 plus averages, and then went away to the war, freaking a fighter jet, bro. I was watching Pearl Harbor yesterday. I saw like the fighter jets. That's what freaking Ted Williams was doing. Those fighter jets came back to the MLB and won Triple Crown when he first got back. Bro,
Yeah.
You're not human, bro. That's not a human kind of act right there.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I feel like that's a pretty good. It's definitely pretty accurate. I mean, it's all very objective. There isn't a right Mount Rushmore, obviously, but I think the list we compile is pretty fucking. Those are those are undoubtedly top 10 players of all time. I mean, wherever you want to put them, the top 5 is up for debate, but like those are undoubtedly top 10 players for sure.
Who's your goats though? Like that you've seen?
Greatest players I've seen, like in person or just like in general.
Just like in your lifetime that you feel like even if you didn't see them in person, but they were in your lifetime and you felt like they're part of.
I feel like 2020, like 2014 or 2015, Giancarlo Stanton was one of the best baseball players I've ever seen. Yeah, he was. I think Giancarlo Stanton on the fucking Marlins was ridiculous. I think. I mean, obviously Bryce. I can't really hate on Bryce Harper. I feel like Bryce Harper's been doing it for so long. Like he's been so good. I mean, Prince Fielder was a GOAT too. I kind of miss Prince Fielder. I feel like he was amazing. Like growing up watching him was great. Trying to think of some other guys. I mean, Mets guys. Obviously Jose Reyes was fucking amazing. Yeah, Jose Reyes. Jacob deGrom was great. Jacob deGrom was a fucking GOAT. Jacob deGrom honestly might be like prime, because I saw deGrom 2015 Game 1 against Dodgers, probably like the best pitcher I've ever seen, like ever. Like he's like fucking so amazing live. Like I'm sure like you remember. I'm sure you've been to plenty of Mets games where deGrom was pitching, but it's like deGrom is like the just a sheer dominance he had on the mound. It's just like no one could fucking touch him, and he was just doing whatever the fuck he wanted out there. Quite honestly, so deGrom is great, man. It's kind of sad that his career is kind of it's going. It's not. It's just he's getting older. It's like.
Healthy Jacob deGrom is one of the greatest pitchers I've ever seen in my life. He's so good. When he is healthy, Jacob deGrom is physically untouchable. But injuries just suck, man, because I say the same thing about David Wright. David Wright is a surefire Hall of Famer if he doesn't get hurt. People forget how good David Wright was. When from 04 to I want to say 04 to maybe 2012, 2013, David Wright was always top 3 third baseman, sometimes even top 2. Because don't forget, you had A-Rod in there, and then you had Adrian Beltre, who honestly, him and David Wright, their stats are not far off. Yeah, and Adrian Beltre is a Hall of Famer. So David Wright's 10-year span was some of the best of any third baseman we've ever seen. Yeah, years where he had high 900 OPSs, decent amount of home runs. That dude was a great ball player, and he would have easily been in the Hall of Fame. They put these stats next to freaking Derek Jeter, and David Wright blows Jeter away. Yeah, 10 years span.
Yeah, I know, man. It was honestly so sad to see David Wright's career, and it wasn't even like he couldn't play anymore. It was just because like his fucking back was just like he couldn't survive.
Bro. Yeah, he got hurt, and he couldn't do it anymore. And it broke my heart that he was trying so bad to get back out there.
I know. That was
get back out there.
One of the more sad days in Mets history when, that I wasn't at that game. I know people that were at that game.
And I so regret it. I so regret it. That was when I first, kind of got my job, so I didn't really have the money at the time. So I couldn't really, because obviously that game was ridiculous. Once he announced that was going to be his last game, that game was so
Yeah.
much money. Yeah, bro. So if I'm going with my baseball goats, I'm going to go with number one. It's not even a Met. Ken Griffey Jr., bro.
Oh yeah, Ken Griffey was so
Bro,
fucking good. I almost forgot about him. Yeah, he was ridiculous.
Five tool, my God, that
Ken
guy
Griffey,
was
yeah.
insane.
He was.
Miguel Cabrera. Oh my fucking
Miguel
God.
Cabrera in his prime.
Yo,
Even
yo.
I'm forgetting Ryan Howard. Ryan Howard might have been one of the best power hitters of all time. Ryan Howard is a fucking
Howard's very underrated.
Mets killer.
But Miguel Cabrera, bro, he had that triple crown. This dude was phenomenal baseball player. We're forgetting a massive player from our time. So far, those are my two, and I have another one coming for the Mount Rushmore. Albert Pujols.
Yeah, Albert Pujols. I kind of forgot about him because Albert Pujols just like I feel like once he left the Cardinals, like his career kind of fell off a little bit. But
So during your time, Albert Pujols was fucking trash.
yeah,
But, yo, from what's it called? Whenever I don't even know his rookie year with the Cardinals, all the way until he left the Cardinals to go to the trash ass LA Angels.
Yeah.
Fucking suck over there. That dude
Yeah.
was, oh my God, that dude was freaking good, bro. He
was.
He was insane.
He was ridiculous.
So those are three, and then obviously Barry Bonds. That's my Mount Rushmore. That's like in my lifetime,
That's fair.
In my lifetime, that's my four. And it's crazy because I'm leaving.
Okay, I'll say my lifetime top four. Top four is definitely probably Bryce Harper. I wanna say like who's been doing it for so damn long. I'm trying to think. Like in my time, it's such a hard question, really.
In your time,
I'm trying to think of like
no, you gotta go with Mike Trout.
Oh yeah, Mike Trout recently,
again,
but
the injuries freaking.
I was thinking that.
But when that
Tony,
dude's
what about
healthy-
What about Fernand? I mean, are we gonna put Manny Machado in that discussion? Because I feel like he's been
Machado's a
so
beast.
good for so long.
Yeah, Machado's a beast for so long. There's a lot of them, bro.
Yeah, I don't know.
I feel like it's easier with my time because you had, in my opinion, those four are massive standouts. Like they just
that's
stand out.
facts.
And then there's a very close one right after those four, and I think it's Alex Rodriguez. Those are like the five, in my opinion, that were just like so far above everybody else.
That's honestly a good point. I feel like there really isn't like MLB. Obviously, like there's been I've grown up seeing superstars, but it hasn't been like, wow, this guy is levels above anyone else. Like I don't know. I mean, there isn't really.
No, fact.
Maybe like I feel like what Bryce Harper's done. I mean, even because like Bryce Harper like fucking didn't even go to college. Like this dude straight out of like fucking Nevada. Was it even a city college? No, it wasn't a college. Was it? It was just a baseball. It was like a baseball program or something. Baseball prep school or some shit. I don't fucking remember. But it's like the guy like coming into the league. He always talked about like he always had high expectations, and you're like Bryce Harper's really lived up to it. Honestly, like I think Bryce Harper's really kind of lived up. He's lived up to the hype. Honestly, I think he has. He had a lot of hype. I mean,
he hasn't. He hasn't got that ring yet. It's unfortunate. A lot of people look back to when he left the Nationals, and then once he left, they got Soto, and then they won the championship without Harper. But yeah, no Harper.
But like, let's be real. But they were never gonna keep Harper and Soto. It was never gonna happen. So people were like, "Why did they keep Harper and Soto?" It's because it wasn't possible. They can't pay. They wouldn't be able to pay Bryce Harper and pay Juan Soto. It was either one or the other, and they chose Soto, obviously.
Yeah,
so
we've said this many times. The Angels, like they literally need to be like studied because
Art Moreno is the worst owner like ever. Like he's so bad.
How did they not trade Shohei Ohtani when they knew they weren't going to pay him?
If you think about it, because like everyone in their grandmother knew that Shohei was going to leave the Angels. Like, come on, why the fuck would he not?
You know what you could have got for Shohei Ohtani? Yo,
they could have been honestly. The Angels could have been like if they traded Shohei and they got a fucking bargain for him, which they would have. They got I don't even fucking know. They probably would have gotten at least 3 or 4 top prospects, probably like some guys that are ready right now, and they'd be able to rebuild right now and in the future. So like now they're just left with Shohei. They're left without Shohei. They lost him for nothing, and now they have a
injured Mike Trout, and then they're just down in the dust, bro. That's just it.
Yeah, the Angels. It could be worse, man. The Mets were never at the Angels level of bad. I mean, the Angels are really fucking bad.
Because we've been down there too, but yeah, the Angels are just like as dirt as they come right now. But anyways, bro, I gotta get going soon. So
For sure, yeah.
I have like one more question.
Yeah.
Are we gonna be seeing videos from you of like ranting
Yeah.
this year?
Absolutely, yeah. I don't know. Did you see my video? I posted a return video today. I'm back. I'm back for good, man. I let the demons get me, man. I let the I shouldn't say demons, but I let the critics and haters get to my head, man. It's all yeah. I'm kind
Yeah.
of I feel like I'm older now, more mature, so I can handle it more. So yeah, I'm planning on making a full comeback. I want to be posting. I want to be like having like fan meetups and shit. Honestly, that's kind of like something I regret not doing
Good.
before. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
one thing you learn as you get older, you know, because you were posting videos as a really young child,
Yeah.
And one thing you learn as you get older, you kind of learn to like push the critics to the side. You like,
exactly. Yeah.
whatever, okay, cool, whatever. Like, because I get those too sometimes, like on my videos or
Yeah.
whatever, and I'm just like, all right, like, all right,
Just yeah, you gotta just tune them out, man. It's just noise, just noise. Yeah.
yo, who used to record your videos when you were like 6 years old doing those videos?
So that's funny enough. Yeah. So, Jaren, because he's my older brother, so he would record my videos. He would actually kind of like he would like tell me like like how we should do it and everything. He was honestly, I want to give him credit for like the idea of the whole Mets Maniac, like the whole, just the whole idea of it and everything. And then my buddy, my good friend Jacob, Jacob would always record me. Jacob would always like
That's dope.
he would always record me, and then he would always kind of like he'd always kind of come up with ideas on like what I should do or the skits I should do or whatever. So yeah, I would say like Jacob and Jaren, of NY News were.
Did your parents ever see your videos when you were a kid? When like
Yeah. Well, they're
Bro.
they're from New York, so they curse a lot. So they weren't really like.
Yo, my mom would have beat my ass, bro. I'm gonna be dead.
Yeah,
Yo,
that's
she would've
fair.
Yo, she would have. But I mean, that's dope that you have parents like that. That's my parents.
Well, they were like, I don't know. I mean, obviously they were like, all right, maybe it was like a little bit vulgar, but like, I mean, like, you know what? I got something out of it. So.
No doubt. Yeah, I agree,
But-
100%. You think that if you had to pick someone from this Mets team, right? Because I don't know who it is. But you had to pick somebody from this Mets team that you think that you're gonna rant about this year because you think that they're gonna fucking suck, right? Or you think that
Yeah, that's a good question, man.
Who do you think that Mets gonna be? Because I have one in my head.
Honestly, like I'm trying to think of like honestly like I'm really hoping that Clay Holmes is good, but I feel like Clay Holmes is gonna fucking suck. Honestly, I have like a feeling that Clay Holmes, or at least he's gonna start off bad. I feel like he's gonna start off like first two starts gonna get lit up, and everyone's gonna be like, "Yo, David Stearns, what the fuck? We just signed this guy as a starter. Like he can't start games." I think David, I don't know, but I think he'll have like a shaky start, but he'll kind of find it like throughout the season. I'm trying to think honestly, like
I'm guessing that you're gonna be ranting the shit out of Jeff McNeil.
Oh yeah, Jeff McNeil, and if Jessie Winker fucks up, he already knows that he already has a reputation of the Winky, so
Yo,
he better not fuck
video,
up, man.
I think somebody posted that video of you recently. I think
Yeah,
I saw it. Yeah, who
I saw.
posted
I
it?
was seeing people were sending me like clips on Twitter. I'm like, dude, that clip was from 2019, man.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah.
I remember that too when he was like waving. He was like waving at the crowd, and I remember
Yeah,
seeing that video.
it's like who? No, but like generally, everyone was wondering who the fuck is Jessie Winker. No one knows who this guy is, and he's killing us right now.
Yeah,
It's
he
classic.
was like freaking murdering us and completely trolling us out of nowhere
Yeah.
for no reason.
I
at all.
I feel like Jesse's so New York though. Like I feel like the Mets embrace his kind of energy, and that I feel like he was a huge part in their run this year or last year. Honestly, like Jesse, I don't know if they would have been there without Jessie Winker. Honestly.
To be honest, I wanted him back. I don't know about you.
Oh yeah, oh hell yeah, man!
Yeah.
I love Winker's like 1986. Like it's like this guy's like 1986, like in 2025. This guy's like literally what baseball needs. Just an old fashioned, long ass fucking hair. Guy talks trash. Like he's just fucking what baseball needs. Quite honestly, I think he's great for the game.
I agree. A lot of people don't like that kind of stuff. They can't handle it, but
No.
I think he was a very important part of our run, our postseason run.
Yeah.
And sometimes you need that kind of player. The Mets have too many, goody goodies, and sometimes
Especially in New York, man, you need a guy to stand out, and that's kind of what Winker's been providing. Honestly,
look at the Mets in the Like, again, it's way before your time, but it's before my time, too. I wasn't alive in 86. But look at the Mets in 86. I don't know if you've heard about that team. Bro, they were like
I've heard about him, yeah.
They were like complete animals, bro. Like, they were like smoking weed in the dugout. Like, they were
smoking weed.
insane.
They were doing cocaine, man, before the game, dude. Man, they were doing levels above weed, dude. They were on some. Yeah, it's crazy because like, how the fuck were like, how can you just go in like the locker room like that and like act so damn like I don't understand. That makes no sense how they won a World Series with all that like all the shenanigans going on. But I mean,
that Met team.
Props to them, man.
Control. They were getting into that was a hockey team playing baseball, bro. They were getting into fights every game.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
See, that's what people love that shit. Like baseball, like I feel like the MLB needs to like stop shying away from fights and shit and embrace it. Like, cause MLB fans love that shit.
Yeah, especially baseball, because it doesn't happen often like hockey. Like hockey, it's like such a normal thing. Like you go to a hockey game, you expect a fight. When it happens in baseball, people like really get into that shit because the bench is clear and you know we haven't really had any crazy baseball brawls, in my opinion, since like you know which one was crazy? The I don't know if you've seen it, but with I think it was Cincinnati. What's his name?
Are you talking about Amir? Are you talking about Amir Garrett?
Amir, yeah. Bro,
Amir
he
Garrett
ran into the entire team, bro. Yeah,
that was. I remember that. Yeah, I remember that. That one was fucking viral as hell. That one was fucking
an
crazy.
Insane fight because he ran into like 15 of them. He gave no fucks.
I know.
Just the entire team ran into them.
No, my favorite one is like when Tim Anderson and Jose Ramirez were fighting.
Yeah.
Down goes Anderson. He like fucking just knocks him out, dude. Down goes Anderson. Like that was amazing, honestly.
During my like when I was a teenager, the Yankee and Red Sox fights. Oh my god.
Yeah, man.
Yo, they were so good. Did you see the one where I mean, it's unfortunate and rest in peace to him. But the one where Pedro threw Don Zimmer to the ground.
I don't know if I've seen that one, honestly. I'd have to. I probably have like a long ass time ago, but
when we get off, if you haven't seen that, look that shit up.
I will. That'll be the first thing.
That is one of the great. Yeah, and then hit me up and let me know what you think, because that shit.
Yeah, dude, I will.
Insane. That was like a gang fight, bro. Like a gang fight. Big Papi getting involved, all of them, and then Don Zimmer, bro. He's like 90 years old at the time, or something like that. And Pedro Martinez throws his ass to the ground.
Holy shit!
Like literally throws him on the floor, bro.
Pedro was legendary, man. And the Yankees lose. I honestly love Pedro Martinez. He's always trash on the Yankees, dude. And the Yankees lose.
No, that's Ortiz.
No, that's David Ortiz. Okay, yeah, sorry, David Ortiz.
Yeah, you mean Ortiz.
Pedro, I feel like Pedro Martinez is always kind of trash on the Yankees too, though.
He does. But Ortiz is the one that's always on TV.
Oh yeah,
with the Yankees lose. Yeah, that's Ortiz.
Yeah.
Because Red Sox. Yeah, but
right.
Both
those
guys are hilarious. But my guy, it's been a pleasure. All right.
Hell yeah, man.
Thank you for coming on, talking.
Of course,
real. And let's go Mets, bro.
Yeah, let's go fucking Mets. Check out Mets Maniac if you haven't already, and then obviously follow Queensboro podcast, of course. You know.
Yep. Fucking. If anybody sees this, hit a follow button on Mets Mania. Dude's back. All right. And let's go, baby.
Let's fucking go. All right, Joe. Thank you so much, man.
All right, man. Peace out.